Hello everyone, this is me Maha, your English instructor from tutoria.pk. I hope you all are doing good and are in great spirits. In today's video lecture, we are going to talk about book exercise for Unit 6, जो कि एक poem है and its name is Mother to Son. Let's start the discussion of book exercise for Unit 6 by discussing questions related to reading comprehension first. So first question is, what is the dominant theme of the poem Mother to Son? Answer. The dominant theme in the poem is of difficulties, hurdles, and hardships which one faces due to racism. The poem further highlights aspects of courage and determination when a mother is seen encouraging her son to not stop and give up by encountering hardships of the life, but face them and keep on climbing up the stairs of life. Second question, what are some of the literary techniques used in the poem Mother to Son? Answer. Literary techniques are tools or devices that writers use to present their ideas, emotions, and feelings. The poet has used the following literary techniques in this poem. First is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds in the same line, such as the sound of "oh" in "so boy, don't you turn back." Then consonance. Consonance is the repetition of consonant sounds in the same line, such as the sound of t and r in "where there ain't been no light." Then imagery. Imagery is used to make readers perceive things with their five senses. For example, life for me ain't been no crystal stair, and places with no carpet on the floor. Don't you sit down on the steps. Next is allusions. Allusion is a belief and an indirect reference to a person, place, thing, or idea of a historical, cultural, political, or literary significance. In the opening line of the poem, Crystal Stair is an allusion to the biblical story of Jacob climbing a stairway to heaven. So एक biblical reference है, यानी Bible से reference लिया गया है इसका. Then comes metaphor. It is a figure of speech in which an implied comparison is made between objects different in nature. Langston has used an extended metaphor to compare the mother's life to a staircase throughout the poem. Then comes symbolism. Symbolism is using symbols to signify ideas and qualities, giving them symbolic meanings different from literary meanings. Thus, staircase symbolizes hardships. It also represents the life that we live. Third question, what is an extended metaphor? How does Hughes use this literary technique to illustrate the consistent struggle of a mother in her life? Give examples from the poem. Answer. An extended metaphor is a poetic device in which two unlike things are compared in a series of lines of a poem. Hughes uses this literary device by comparing the life of a mother with a staircase, and such a staircase which is not smooth, clear, or precious like a crystal staircase. It is bumpy and full of thorns and nails with uncovered floor beneath it. It means that her life is surrounded by hardships with no way to escape. Thank you. Fourth question. In the poem Mother to Son, Hughes repeats some lines. What function does it serve in the poem? Explain. Answer. When a certain line is repeated in the poem, it is done so to create a rhythmic effect in the poem. It is also used to lay emphasis on a certain subject or message of the poem. There is a repetition of the line, life for me ain't been no crystal stair. It is to lay stress on this aspect of the poem that mother's life has always been full of difficulties. It is to highlight the hard work of mother which she does to overcome the struggles of her life. Thank you. Fifth question. What type of imagery is used in the poem Mother to Son? What does it suggest? Answer. Imagery is used to make readers perceive things with their five senses. Hughes has used auditory imagery in his poem and specifically in lines, "Well, son, I'll tell you." So sense of hearing is being incorporated. Then visual imagery is used in the poem in lines, "and boards torn up." Next line is, "and places with no carpet on the floor, and sometimes going in the dark, where there ain't been no light." He has also incorporated tactile imagery which is related to the sense of touch. It's had tacks in it and splinters and places with no carpet on the floor. These lines have tactile imagery. Thank you. Sixth and last question is, what is the tone of the poem Mother to Son? Support your view with instance from the poem. Answer: the tone is defined as the author's attitude towards a subject that is explored in his writings. In this poem, poet's tone is conversational, instructive, and courageous. The mother in the poem is instructing her son to be courageous and strong to face the hardships of the life while having a conversation with her son. Thank you. So we are done with the discussion of questions related to reading comprehension. Let's move on to the next part of our book exercise.